Hey guys, this is the One Piece King here today. I don't think I did a video yesterday. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I did a video yesterday and everything. I was thinking about wanting to do one like yesterday or something, but then I didn't want to make this look like daily because the whole virus thing is going around, which I think that's what I'm gonna be talking about in the next video, like what's my opinion of the coronavirus basically, because it's ridiculous. But but that's not what I'm gonna be talking about in this one. This one though, I'm gonna be talking about like the reasons of this is a One Piece video, so basically, I'm gonna be talking about the reasons of why the Revolutionary Army commanders and everything like the basically the ones like the directional commanders I'm gonna call them because you got the north, the south, the east, and the west like the armies. And then of course you have the other ones like Ivankov, Sabo, and Koala as well. Not gonna really include Dragon because, I think Dragons is gonna be revealed of why he's, like what is his, crimes against the world. Dragon I think most definitely will get revealed with that and everything later on. But I don't think I don't think Oda is gonna, touch upon like, Ivankov and the others, like what was their reasons to be wanted. So that's basically what I'm gonna be talking about and everything. So, I was talking about this last night in it was in a live stream that I did last night. I only did just the one, because after that I went to sleep. Probably might do a post about it on Instagram, like, later on whenever I go and, get some other stuff posted and everything. But, Ivankov and everything, I did. The only reason I did state though, I don't think YouTube would allow me to say it as much because, like, at least I was lucky on Instagram that I was being very a bit detailed with it, but on YouTube, I think it's supposed to be more like family friendly kind of thing. So you know how, like, if you know what Ivankov's all about, and you know how, I guess he like how he's treated by the world and everything, like how he's such this weird character. Um, kind of view it in the same way as what our world is like and everything. Like if somebody isn't normal looking to you and everything, especially relating to Ivankov and everything, you basically get it. It's a big discrimination basically, but there's a bit of a difference though. In in the One Piece universe and everything, or I guess, just the One Piece world in general, it is more of like a crime basically. It's a crime. It's basically like, it's basically like you cannot be this and everything. You cannot be this type of person because the Celestial Dragons do not approve because that like I'm saying, it's more like a reference to like how the actual public views these type of people and everything. So you know what I mean basically. You know exactly what I'm talking about and stuff. So that's what Ivankov's whole thing was, is that the Okamas and the newcomers and stuff, like we all know what they're all about and stuff. So yeah, I can imagine that Ivankov, the reason why he has crimes, on himself and everything, like he's wanted by the world, or the WG, I guess, but he's wanted because of the fact that of what he is, and it's just like I really understand that and everything. I really do. So, I think I'm gonna make it more of a post and everything on Instagram and stuff. I actually might go and put my Instagram in like the comments below or something. Or I think in the description below if yeah, if I remember correctly. Um but anyway though, moving on to the next one, I'm probably gonna be saving Bello Betty for the last one because again, I can't say much about Bello Betty and everything. It's more of, I think a few of these is more like it could be talked about in detail, but ones like Bello Betty I can't say because the way how I thought about it, I was like, it's like what exactly is the reasons on why Bello Betty is like, what was her crimes, that she has against the world and everything, like what did she do? And then by, looking at her character when we first get introduced to her and the other commanders, um when we first see her, I understand why then. I understand why. I'm just like, oh. It's like I didn't know they had one of those. It's like, okay. Okay, that's that's the whole thing with Bella Betty right there and everything. So, but I'm not really gonna go and talk about it in detail because again, this is YouTube. Family friendly, but if I was able to handle it a lot more, like basically YouTube wouldn't demonetize the video, I would have been like, here's the detailed reasons with Betty on why she's basically wanted by the world. So this is exactly why. But I'll get to Betty last and everything. Moving on to I guess Morley. Morley sort of follows in the same category as Ivankov. I don't know if Morley is the one that started that first. I don't know. Um, because if Morley did start that first, that would be yeah, that'd be like very weird or something if Morley started that first. Like I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. Like, did Ivankov start that first, or was it Morley? Was it Morley that started that? Like I don't know. I guess looking at with Morley and everything and how his character is as well and everything, I want to say Morley with his crimes, I want to say that it probably was more of the same way and everything, or possibly with this devil fruit as well, because with this fruit, his power, he shoot, I forgot what the power, I think it was called the push fruit, I believe it was called. And basically what it is though is that he can go and it's like moving, the continent and everything, like the continents of the world. He can move it and everything. Whitebeard can go and just like basically Whitebeard was it's a science thing and stuff. It was something that happened where like all the other countries that we have right now, it used to be all in one way back in the day, like way back. This was like centuries ago. But it all used to be one big thing, and then something happened and stuff. It's like I'm trying to remember science basically. Not really much of a huge science whiz, but that's all I really remember is that they were all together at one point. It was like one connected continent together, and then it was a fissure. I think it was like a continental fissure or something like that. But basically what happened is that something happened, like I said, a continental fissure or something, and then like basically we got split continents and everything, like split continents, and that would lead into like the countries of the world that we know of today. um but yeah, people would go and throw in like memes or something that's like, oh, maybe Whitebeard did that too. Like Whitebeard was the one that was like the continent fissure of a person and everything. Like it wasn't like an actual phenomenon or something, like an actual thing that just happened. No, Whitebeard caused that. That's why we have so many islands. It's like, no. It's like I don't want to think Whitebeard did that. I want to think like something else happened. Like maybe it was islands or something, but maybe like these islands were all connected together as like a one huge like country and everything. Sort of throwing in the reference to how our world was before and everything. It used to be all like big pieces together. We all used to be in one. But then, like I said, the thing happened and then it all split apart. So maybe it's like that in maybe it's like that in the One Piece world as well. But Morley though with his powers, definitely can do that. He can go and definitely like move, like he can definitely go and like move stuff and everything. He can even hide himself underground if he wants to and everything. Create like a little room underground and basically just be like, well, I could be stuck hiding under here forever. I could be stuck hiding in the underground forever. Nobody will find me unless they dig down here. Then that's a problem. But yeah, Morley is more like I could just hide down here for stealth. I'm more of a stealthy kind of person. Um, but I think that did cause problems for like the shape of the world or something. Like the shape of each island was probably messed up by many times, and Morley probably got Morley probably got fined for it and everything, and he didn't want to stop. So it's like, well, you don't want to stop, we're gonna throw you in. We're gonna throw you in the Impel Down prison. You ain't getting out. It's like, well, shoot. It's like, I'm not getting out. Well, that's what we all thought, but Morley did get out. He got himself out. Um, he got himself out by using his powers and stuff, which was technically it wasn't really confirmed though, but Ivankov, when we did get to beat him and Impel Down and everything, and realizing with the level 5.5 of Impel Down, we finally got to figure out, like how that was created. Um, Eva wanted to say it was someone that had some kind of like digging devil fruit and stuff, and I think some people in the beginning were thinking like, is that like they were thinking, is that like Miss Merry Christmas? It's like she had a mole fruit. It's like, but then again though, they probably had her, cuffed up and everything in the shackles, so she couldn't use her powers. So they're just like, it's like it probably wasn't her, but maybe it was, you know. But no, I think all of us know from this standpoint now it was Morley because Morley did get imprisoned before, um, created a much bigger room and everything. So definitely I want to believe that was more Morley than it was Miss Merry Christmas. And then must have found himself a way out or something and escaped and is like, "Welp, I'm gone. Bye." Like steals one of their ships and it's like sailing out and they're like, "Wait, where did one of our ships go?" And then they just see Morley out in the distance and it's like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." It's like, "Bye. Taking one of your ships now. Bye." I can imagine that's what happened. Morley just being a troll. Like they didn't even have the system. Yeah, they didn't even have the system to go and to go and use Sea Prism Stone on Devil Fruit users and stuff. I don't know if they changed that in the time skip. I don't know if they did. They should because that'd be a lot smarter actually. Like you go and arrest like a pirate or something, like a pirate or a revolutionary or somebody that just, was causing trouble. You go and arrest them, and if they have powers, you gotta go and, put Caesar Prism Stone with their cuffs and stuff because, they can easily just use their powers and get themselves out. Be like, "Welp, I just slipped through and everything. I just, slipped my way out of trouble, and I'm out of here, stealing one of your ships. God, it's like another troll. It's like a Morley troll part two, but it's someone else. Morley Troll 2.0 escaping out. Oh my god, I can imagine like if we get a backstory with Morley, that's exactly what happened, everything. Morley, was doing his own thing and stuff, got himself in trouble. Guy, throwing an impel down in the prison and everything. He's like, "Well, it seems like I'm not gonna get out of here." Realizes his cuffs aren't even Sea Prism Stone, is like, it's like you think I'm not gonna get out of here, but I am. He goes and creates a level 5.5 Impel Down, or the new Comma Land. He creates that, and I'm pretty sure he got some people out as well and everything, and not just himself. But but basically he goes and creates the area and everything, and then basically creates a tunnel way out and everything. He creates like a tunnel way, out of the area, and then that's it. Morley just gets himself free. He gets himself on one of the ships, and he's all like, "Welp, I had fun. Bye." Like just sails out and everything is like, "Bye. Thanks for having me." It's like, you're gonna be kidding me. It's like, how did he get out? I can imagine that with Morley. So, yeah, like maybe two reasons with Morley is like, sort of like the Ivankov reasons and everything, but also because of his powers, how Morley kind of just, moves the continents of the world and causing problems for the people, the public, and then just throwing complaints at, the Marines, and they're like, "Please, like, get this person, like, just capture him, please. Like, he's disturbing the peace." It's like, "Don't worry, we got this." And then, yeah, captured Morley. But then, they should know later on, he trolled them all and got away. That'd be so funny with Morley. Just flat out just like, "Well, I'm gone." Um, but now moving on to the other ones and everything. I don't think I want to talk about all the commanders though, because I think some of them should be very simple though, like Sabo for example. Um, Sabo as a kid, if you've been like reading or watching, like the series and stuff, um, there was a flashback of Luffy, Ace, and Sabo when they were kids. Sabo was introduced later on and everything because it was only known to just be like Ace and Sabo. Um, or not Ace and Sabo, but it was Ace and Luffy. but then we get introduced to Sabo like a little bit later on and everything. Not even it doesn't even take that long and everything. We literally meet like Sabo like way short into it and stuff, you know. So yeah, we meet Sabo later on. But whenever we do though and everything, like we get more info on Sabo and what his life was like. I mean, you feel pretty bad for Sabo, but basically the whole thing of it is though is that Sabo basically, yeah, Sabo was basically like, you know what, this is terrible and everything. I'm gonna go, set out to sea and stuff because of all the stuff that happened and everything. But I'm gonna go set out to sea. Sabo, yeah, he did go out to sea on a boat because he even left a message and note for Luffy and Ace, and he wanted to go sail out and everything. But then, there was a celestial dragon that was gonna go and visit the Goa Kingdom, which is basically in Luffy and Ace's hometown, basically in their home area. Um, but basically, what happened though was that this celestial dragon was more like, this kid is sailing in my way. Like, this little boat is sailing in my way. It should be perfectly fine where there should be nobody sailing in my way at all and everything. So basically, he goes and just basically just shoots, the ship down. He goes and shoots it. He's just all like, I'm not tolerating that and everything. His soldiers are just like, the people that are like, with him and everything and would guard him, are trying to tell him like, sir, it's just a child. It's like, doesn't matter. It's like, if you're not gonna do it, I'll do it myself. So he goes and grabs his weapon and then phew, and then, the ship got shot down and everything, and all we see at the end is just like, Sabo's hat, like Sabo's hat just like floating in the water basically, and it's just like his ship like in the back is like, all torn up. Um, so I want to say that with Sabo's crimes, basically, that now he's back in the game. He may have lost his memories, had amnesia for like so long, but then once gaining his memories back and everything, he knows who he truly is now. Um, yeah, but I think the crimes on Sabo is definitely still affects it from like way back whenever, sailing in the way of a celestial dragon. So yeah, definitely they would have been like, shoot, it's like that kid's still alive. It's like, well, you know what? That one, that one give a bounty to him and everything because it seems like he got away. It's like, okay, like, and that's how he got his like 602, million berry bounty because, I'm pretty sure the celestial dragon's name was Jalmac. It was Saint Jalmac. I don't know if he was like still around at that point and everything, but if he was, Jalmac probably would have been like, that hat and that and that hair, that face too. It's like, I know this kid. It's like, that was the one, that I shot his ship down and everything like way back. It's like, and he's still going around. It's like, put a bounty on that kid. It's like, I thought I got rid of him. It's like, yes sir. It's like, at least this time we could agree with you. He's not a child anymore. He's more matured up to be like an adult, a teenager, like grown up. It's like, doesn't matter. Just put a bounty on him. It's like, yes, sir. And that's how a 602 million berry bounty came into play for him and stuff. Like, I think that's the reason why, is because it still affects him later. But yeah, Salos, like I said, just seems very, just self-explanatory already, just like how it did it. Koalas is the same where, yeah, Koalas is the same because I believe whenever Koala went to go and sail with the Sun Pirates and everything, they returned her home, and it was, good for them to do that. But I think during all the times that Koala was at her home and everything, and they did something, horrible to Fisher Tiger, the one that brought her home, Koala probably rebelled against like her family and her, and the people on the island that was just like, no, it's like, that guy saved my life. How can you go and just do that to him? Like realizing the secret later what they did to him. Like, she's mad, like Koala's mad and everything. So, I think they probably, are like, I think probably the people in her family are thinking like, the fishmen brainwashed our daughter. It's like, making it think like they're actual heroes. It's like, they're not heroes, they're monsters, and I don't know if that's the reason, but I want to say it's because Koala just defends the fishmen as, as they are, and the public just doesn't like them. So I think that's the only reason why they just gave her, like a bounty and have her wanted, is because just because she cares for the fishmen and stuff. It's like, really? I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think that's the legit reason on why Koala is wanted because, she actually cares for the fishmen and stuff. Even works with one too. She even works with one and his name is Hack and everything. Literally, his name is Hack, like Hack. But he is a fishman though, and I guess in a sense he is a commander himself, but I think the reason is pretty self-explanatory. The public does not like, fishermen at all. Doesn't even like them. So I think just discrimination is, the reason why he just basically has a bounty on his head as well. Why he's wanted is because it's like, please, it's like, we don't want to see this fisherman around just like walking among, humans. Like, it doesn't feel right. It's like, we talk about it, it definitely feels right. But, yeah, self-explanatory reasons right there. Very short. Oh, now I'm getting on to the other commanders. There's Karasu, Lindbergh, and Bello Betty. Um, so Karasu, it's very, I'm trying to think about it and everything, and I'm thinking like the reason with Karasu, and I'm like, it's like Karasu is like a good guy and everything because yeah, because it was in an SBS, I believe. I think it was like probably like a volume or two after we actually got to know of the hobbies and like we got to know more info about the Revolutionary Army commanders since we just got introduced to them. And Karasu, his favorite hobby to do is basically to actually, aid the people, basically, really being helpful and stuff. So, if if they were like serving like at a soup kitchen or something, Karasu would attend and basically be like, look, I'll attend and help with this too and everything. I'll make sure that people get fed and it's okay. Like Karasu's hobby is just like he likes helping people, and I'm like, that is so nice. It's like Karasu's like one of the nicest commanders ever. It's like, dude, I feel like Karasu would be like the best buddy ever. But the reason that I thought of why he was wanted was because even though Karasu was like a really helpful guy, the way how Karasu looks and everything, I don't even want to know what he looks like under the crow mask that he's wearing, like pulling an overhaul from My Hero Academia, basically. Which, yeah, we actually get to see what's under the mask of Overhaul, basically, and his face doesn't look that bad. Overhaul's face doesn't look that bad, like under the crow mask that he wears. Um, you know, but I mean, with Karasu, we haven't really seen what's under his mask and everything. We haven't got to see what's under his crow mask there. So I don't really know and everything. I don't know like I don't know. It's just I think the reason why is because Karasu looks so creepy to the people and everything that they like their reasoning was basically thinking like, oh, it's like this dude just wants to put on a scary face. He's scaring the children and everything. Like this man is like completely creepy and everything. Like please get rid of him. Like basically calling like out complaints to him every single time. And Karasu is literally like, no, no, wait, I want to help. It's like, no, like get away and everything. Like they're so afraid of him and stuff. And that's probably why he was wanted is because like, is because like basically people feared him and everything, but he wasn't intending to do it. Karasu was just like, I wanted to help. It's like, dude, like there was something special going on and everything. There was like a carnival. There was a carnival going on. I wanted to help attend in this carnival. I wanted to, like give out cotton candy to people. I wanted to go and give out snacks to the people. Whether it be like adults or children or, just like anybody. Like I wanted to go and give it and everything. I just wanted to help, but they won't let Karasu help, and I'm like, that is so sad. It's like that is so sad. Like they fear him, but he's not doing it on purpose. Karasu's not doing it on purpose. He's like, do I really look that bad? And he just looks at himself in the mirror. And it's like, oh, it's like just because I was born with this face, man, it's not fair. It's like I literally just wanted to help people. Why does my face just look so bad? And that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why when he joined the Revolutionary Army command or the Revolutionary Army later and everything and became a commander later on, um, I'm pretty sure when he met Lindbergh and everything, because Lindbergh is like the mink genius in their group. He's an inventor too, but he's a really like big genius and everything. But I think the reason why Karasu, has the crow mask on him and everything is probably because of his face. It's probably because like, it's like okay, it's like Lindbergh. Can I ask you a favor? It's like sure, what's up, Karasu? It's like can you make me like a little mask or something? I feel like people don't like my face and everything. Like, of course, I'm gonna be doing more revolutionary work from now on and stuff, but I feel like, if I try to go and like help save the people, like doing what I love doing, and that's helping, the minute people see this face, they see this face of mine and everything. Probably more around the teeth area, probably, but I think it's probably his whole face is what it is. But Karasu is trying to explain, like, if they see my face while I'm trying to help, the people, being free from, like, the tyranny and the pain, like, just the messed up system they're dealing with their kingdom or whatever, it's just, the minute they see this face, they're just gonna be like, oh no, we got another problem! It's like, what is the other problem now? It's like, we're looking at it! It's like, like, Carlos is just gonna be so upset at himself, be like, man, can I not do anything right? It's like, I'm really trying to help. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Lindbergh agreed and is like, you know what? Sure, buddy, sure. I understand your reasoning. I understand. It's like, hold on, I'll fix something for you. And then he goes and makes the crow mask and everything, and it's got like a little setting or something that goes and I think it helps him be quiet and everything whenever he speaks or something. But or speaking in a low tone, but people can't hear him. Like it's like a whisper or something, but he could switch it and everything. Like I guess the volume or the tone of it, and making it to where people can actually hear him. But he gets told that about a couple of times. But yeah. But Karasu, I feel like was just like he was a really helpful dude and was just really um and was just really being ridiculed because like he was being a helpful guy, but it was like people feared him, but it wasn't like his intention to make them fear him and stuff. He's like, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to help. So I'm pretty sure that's why he just wears the mask whenever he does his job at the Revolutionary Army. He goes around, he helps, but at the same time he has to wear the mask because it's like the instant he takes off the mask and everything, it's like his face already looks so terrifying that people are just like they're just like so shocked at it. They're like, dude, it's like that thing is a monster. It's like, and he helped us. And be like, yeah, like he did. Like the others have to explain like, yes, he did. It's like even though he's a monster to y'all, but you should look at him like he's a hero. He saved your lives. It's like, we don't know what to think about this man. It's like, you should say thank you to him. He saved your lives. But that's Karasu right there and everything. I mean, if that's the legit reasoning, I'm gonna be like, I thought that was ridiculous at first because it seems so basic. But now to think about it though, how we, like, looking at Karasu and looking at what he looks like by the manga and the anime, yeah, Karasu definitely looks like he's not really like the greatest looking person and everything. Like, in terms of looks, people would be really judgmental on that. Like, they would either fear you or laugh or whatever. But with Karasu, in the sense, it is more fear. It is more fear. Karasu is more fearing. Um, but yeah, like, it's not Karasu's intent to be fearing, but that's what he is. Now Lindbergh, you know, I think the reason with Lindbergh is because he's a mink and everything. It's almost the same thing with the fishman species and everything. There was a rumor that went around and everything, like, in their world, that saying that minks apparently were these most vicious creatures, and yeah, they were the most vicious creatures and basically do not get along with humans. The humans are like a snack to them. They would go and just completely just get onto them and everything, like, just, the rest. I'm not gonna explain, but basically it doesn't, end well for the humans and stuff, and the minks are basically like animal people, and that's what they are. But in that case, though, when we get to actually, meet the Minks and everything at Zoe, we actually realize that the Minks are not like that. The Minks are actually friendly people. They're actually very welcoming and stuff. So I'm just like, man, they were wrong. It's like, man, those rumors were wrong and everything. The Minks are wonderful people. I mean, when they get in Sulong, that's different. They become completely different people. They'll still be friendly, but it's like, Sulong is more like they have to get serious and stuff because they go through the transformations and stuff, but they get like a boost in power and everything, boost in their electro basically, which is pretty good for them. Not gonna lie, those guys are awesome. Um, but with Lindbergh though, Lindbergh, I'm pretty sure, when he was leaving Zoe to go off and do his own thing and stuff, because I'm pretty sure, because Taking mentioned this for his Lindbergh video and everything, and was trying to go and say, like, basically he was thinking that when Lindbergh was about to go and leave and everything, it was more like the Minks are more like, man, it's like, Lindbergh, you helped us out so much and everything, you're the greatest guy ever, we hope safe travels for you, my friend. It's like, thanks. It's like, I hope people, all over the world will know my genius too. It's like, but don't worry, I'll come visit back home and everything before you know it. It's like, alright, be safe, Lindbergh. And then Lindbergh just sails off and he, tries to go and do his inventions or whatever. I don't want to say that his inventions have caused, people problems because from the way how they look at everything, Lindbergh just, like, completely just went decked out with his inventions and everything. He created like an ice gun. He went and created a jetpack that's like a steam it's the steam version of a jetpack basically. It runs on steam basically and it's got the the little dials and everything. So basically just Lindbergh went decked out with that stuff. I'm just like I'm loving this dude. I'm loving Lindbergh. It's like, you know what? Like, we gotta see more of Lindbergh's amazing inventions. We gotta see more of them and everything. Like, if Lindbergh has a cannon, but it runs on, but if it runs on Steam, I'm gonna be like, dude. It's like, Lindbergh, you the genius. You're the G. Like, okay. I bet people would be like, whoa, Lindbergh. Whoa. But, but the reason with Lindbergh and everything, for his crimes against the world, like I said, it's more like the same thing as the Fishman and everything. I mean, this kind of goes back to, Karasu. Because Karasu's like a really nice guy and everything, but yeah, people look at his face, they look at how he looks, and they're just like afraid of him and everything. They don't want they don't want to be near him, they don't want anything to do with him. They just want to run away. Karasu is just like feeling upset because all he wants to do is help and everything. Lindbergh, on the other hand, is more kind of like I imagine Lindbergh is more like the same way, where Lindbergh is trying to show off his genius with his inventions and everything to the public that of the world. He meets other people and everything, and they just go and look at him and they're like, wait, it's like this dude's all covered in fur. It's like, is he that mink? It's like, is this a mink? Because I hear rumors about the mink tribe and stuff, like the minks, and they're like, oh no. It's like, alright, it's like, that's cool that you're showing us your little inventions there, little buddy, but, you see, like, I gotta go and catch, like, a taxi or so over here and everything, so, bye, and just runs away and everything, like, running away in fear, and Lindbergh is just like, why are they running from me? It's like, my inventions aren't, like, too much, are they? It's like, is my genius too much? He's just holding up, he's just holding up, like, one of his greatest inventions, probably one we haven't seen yet, it probably was, like, the start of his, great adventure. But Lindbergh is just like holding one of his inventions and everything, and is like, I don't think like I don't think it's like too much. I don't think so. It's like, man, it's like they either must really love it and everything that they're probably gonna go grab their friends or something, or maybe it's like too much for them. Maybe it's like either way though. I went and showed off my genius. It's like now I'll have to go elsewhere. But I feel like the more places he went, the more trouble he got and everything. That's probably why, the Marines and the WG were on his case and were like, It's like, okay. It's like, now you see, you know, now you see, it's like there's a problem here, Mr. Mink. It's like, the name's Lindbergh. It's like, doesn't matter. It's like, we're just gonna call you Mr. Mink for now. It's like, but I have a name. It's like, doesn't matter. It's like, the point of the matter is, though, you. Do you know where your home is? It's like, yeah, it's called a place called Zoe. Why do you ask? It's like, yeah. You see where you landed off here? You see where the problem is? It's like, um, I went away from home and everyone else from my home allowed it. They were more like, you know what? Go enjoy your journey, Lindbergh. Just go. Like basically trying to explain out his story of like, yeah, it's like my people, my family were just so accepting that they were just like, yes, Lindbergh, show them your genius. It's okay. Believe in your dreams. And he leaves. Like Lindbergh basically goes like that and everything along with it. The Marines are just more like, we see. It's like, but you see, there's a reason why we separate the two. Separate you Mings and us humans. You want to know why? It's like, it's like, I really don't know. It's like, the reason being, Mr. Ming, it's like, Lindbergh, it's like, doesn't matter. It keeps bringing that up, like, it's Lindbergh. But, but basically trying to say, like, no. Look, it's like, either go back home or, we're probably gonna have to go and just capture you right here and now and everything. Lindbergh probably just, like, took, like, a little bit, like, offense to that a little bit, like, so you weren't loving my genius. You were all running away from me. Just because I'm a mink. It's like, pretty much. It's like, that's the reason why we got called here, is because there was a panic that there was, a mink. And, it's like, back at the base, me and the boys and everything, we go in here about this, complaint and everything, and we're just thinking, like, there can't be one of those. It's like, those, have their own land somewhere and everything. They have their own home and everything, is what I've heard. It's like, yeah, but what if them left off their home? Like, they somehow just, got off their home or something and went straight to, straight toward other islands, and exactly the one we got the complaint from. It's like, oh. And leads back to, and it leads back to their situation in which, Lindbergh's like, well, I'm not gonna go with you. So, and Lindbergh probably was just on the run for the rest of his life, which probably was pretty painful for him because, he was a mink and everything. It's exactly like the Fishman thing, and exactly with Karasu in a different sense, because, because Lindbergh wants to show off his genius, hoping that it would get some, like, yay, it's like, this is amazing. Instead, he just got people running from him, and it's like, really? Really? But yeah, Lindbergh on the run for so long, and then meets with Dragon and the others, and then joins the group. It is like, but in their group, though, like, they don't discriminate Lindbergh, because that's probably what he asked him in the beginning before he joined, is like, do you like my inventions? Are you okay with my species? And then Dragon is just looking at him like, why would we not be okay with your species and everything? Like, it seems like you're not, terrorizing anybody. What exactly were you doing? It's like, well, you see, sir, what exactly is your name? It's like, it's Dragon, and, you, sir? It's like, you, Mr. Meek? It's like, it's actually, the name is Lindbergh. It's like, oh, Lindbergh. It's like, that's interesting to know. And then probably clicks back to like, huh, this guy actually said my name. It's like, you know what? I like this guy. But he goes and tells him the story, of how he was trying to show off the genius of the world. It didn't go so well, and he's been on the run ever since. And then Dragon's like, really? It's like, then let me see your impressive genius, mind of your inventions and everything. And then that's what basically led to Lindbergh joining, on later on, because Dragon's like, I actually like these. It's like, these could actually be, very useful in many different ways. Like, maybe a couple of them for combat reasons and stuff, because it seemed like he made some some combat weapons. But other ones seemed like they could be used for, like, just daily stuff during the day. In which, Lindbergh's like, yeah, that was the whole point. I was trying to show off that and everything, but everyone's just looking at it like, where did this meat come from? And it's like, did he leave his home? Because if so, I feel like we have a problem. And then it leads back to that and everything, and Dragon's just like, it's like they don't understand your genius, Lindbergh. It's like that's what I'm trying to say. And then it just leads to them having a friendship and everything, where it's like Lindbergh's just like, you know what? I'll join with you guys. You're pretty awesome, Mr. Dragon. It's like this dragon is fine. It's like, okay, dragon. It's like you're pretty awesome. It's like you are too, Lindbergh. You are too. It's like, yeah. And then basically just joins and does his missions in the Revolutionary Army. And now moving on to Betty. I really wish I could go and just, it's hard to explain with Betty's and everything. Like, trying to go and explain it with being like a child-friendly video, because this is YouTube. Because Betty's reasons and everything, the same go for Morley's and Ivankov's, are not really child-friendly reasons and everything. They're not really child-friendly reasons. Betty's is more like, it's on the same scale as Eva and Morley, but it goes way above it and everything, because, like, it makes you wonder if, maybe something like that ever existed, though, and everything. I mean, to be fair, though, Oda does like to put fan service in his characters and everything with Nami and, other One Piece females in the story. He does do that and everything. In fact, it happens in the games. And I think even, in the anime and the movies as well and everything. But he doesn't take it too far, how Hiro Mashima, with Fairy Tail takes it and everything. Because with him, Rave Master and Fairy Tail, both creations that he made, fan service was like almost each and every time and everything. It was like, with the anime, it was like fan service was like almost every single episode, or maybe even every single episode in the anime at that point. In the manga, it was like pretty much every single chapter. Not even gonna lie, fan service was like every single chapter. It was just 1 second you couldn't get something serious. Like, there were serious moments in there, but then there were also a lot of fan service in there as well. That was Mashima's whole thing. He was doing, fan service. At that point, the dude should have literally, been like, you know what? If I wanted to make a spin-off of this and everything, but it goes more of a different route and everything, I could have done that. Oda's thinking about doing it. Or at least I don't know if he thought about doing it, or if it was like, you know what, I can make a spin-off of this one day, and it could be completely just that, and be like, no. It's like, Oda, no. But Oda will do what he wants and everything. I don't really judge him and stuff, because hey, some of us are on that same train too. But Betty, though, the way how he kind of drew out Betty and everything, how Oda went and created Betty to be like, how she is, how she's dressed, and I don't know. It's like with Betty, it's so I really wish I could just, explain it and everything. I mean, I don't know, like, it's really hard to explain with Betty. It really is, because it's like trying to really explain it, but also being child friendly with it at the same time. Because the only thing I just really gave was like, as a hint, was like, compare with Eva and Morlays, if you're catching on to, like how they're like or something. Uh, like, it's not exactly the same thing, but imagine being like that and everything, like, on that level line of just basically being, how the public judges that and everything. Compare that with Betty. Betty goes above that. Betty goes above that to like a high judgment, to where it's like, oh, like, oh, and everything. Because in some countries they don't allow this, actually. They don't allow this certain thing. In some they do, but in some they don't and everything. Especially here in the US, it's a very big, very big law. I don't know why I said very. Very big law and everything in the US here, but I think in other countries it's not so much huge of a law. But you still shouldn't do it in other places, though. But with Betty, though, it's I really wish I could go and explain, but I mean, if you have any questions about, with Betty, what was her reasoning and everything, um, I mean, I might reply back to those comments and everything. Like, if you have comments below, like, what exactly is Betty's reasons, or, I mean, to explain Eva and Morley's reasons as well as why, they're basically being, judged or whatever. If you don't catch on, I'll go and explain that too if you have any questions about that. Betty, yeah, definitely we'll have to go and explain because I couldn't even give any detail with Betty's. I can't because I think I can only do this in an Instagram live stream, but with this video I can't because it's like I don't want this video not to get posted at all because it's a non-child friendly video. Oh my god, I I can't really explain what Betty's and everything. It's so bad that I can't even explain it because it's like YouTube doesn't allow it. But um but yeah, I think I'll probably just end it right here and everything. Because, like I said, with Betty, I can't really explain, really. I thought I could, trying to really think through on how to explain it. And I'm like, I think the only hint I could just give is, like, it's like Eva and more like if you catch on to, like, what they're all about, basically, like, the way how they dress as well and what's their whole thing like. Um, Basically just take that, of what, how their lifestyle is like, take Betty's to like a whole nother level. I'm not saying Betty is like in the same category as them. Betty's her own thing, but her crimes though are way above than theirs. Like it's so ah I don't know how the Celestial Dragons would actually be like that. I don't know if they would be like, hmm. It's like this is interesting, but honestly, I don't know and everything. But anywho though, yeah. But anywho though, I guess this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a like on the video, and comment down below of basically, yeah, for your questions with Eva and Morley and Bello Betty's reasons if you don't like if you wanna know. Yeah, if you wanna know, or with Eva and Morley's, if you didn't figure it out, I'm basically gonna go and explain why. I'll go and explain why. But anywho though, this will be the end of the video right here and everything. Have a wonderful day, night, morning. Don't really care for time zones, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.